Have you ever caught your cat in odd behaviors and wondered what they might mean? Cats, being the enigmatic creatures they are, exhibit a myriad of behaviors that can often leave us humans scratching our heads. From the twitch of their tail to the blink of their eyes, every action has a story to tell, a sentiment to convey. In the world of cats, communication is as much an art as it is a science. There's no universal cat-to-human dictionary, no Google Translate for feline dialects. What we have are interpretations, theories, and sometimes pure guesswork. But amidst this complex web of cat communication, one thing is certain. Our feline friends have a way of expressing their feelings, and yes, that includes remorse or seeking forgiveness. Cats, like us, have their own version of a moral compass. They feel happiness, sadness, anger, and yes, even guilt. But how does a cat say sorry? How does it express its remorse or seek forgiveness? Well, that's a question that's been baffling cat owners and experts for ages. Unlike dogs, who are often more overt in their expressions, cats are subtle, cryptic, and at times downright elusive. They don't wag their tails or whimper to show remorse. Instead, they use a range of subtle cues and signals that can easily be overlooked if you're not paying close attention. Cats may purr in a particular way, give a certain lick, nudge their owners gently, or stare with those deep, soulful eyes. Some cats may even rub against their owners in a distinctive manner. Each of these actions could be a cat's unique way of saying sorry, of seeking forgiveness, or expressing remorse. But decoding these signals can be tricky. It requires patience, observation, and a deep understanding of your cat's unique personality and behavior patterns. It's a journey of discovery, of unraveling the mysteries of the feline world, one behavior at a time. So, are you ready to embark on this exciting journey with me? Are you ready to dive into the fascinating world of cat behaviors and decode what your feline friend is trying to tell you? Stay with me as we delve into understanding these intriguing cat behaviors. Ever heard your cat purr in a certain way, almost like they are trying to convey an apology? If you're a cat owner, you probably know that cats have a language all their own, and purring is a large part of that. Purring isn't just a simple sound, it's a complex form of communication that cats use to express a variety of emotions and messages. From the low, soft purr of contentment to the high-pitched, urgent purr when they're hungry, each purr has its unique meaning. But have you ever noticed a different kind of purr, one that seems almost apologetic? This purr tends to be softer, more subdued, and often comes after your cat has done something they know they shouldn't have. It's their way of saying, "Oops, my bad." Cats, much like us humans, have a sense of social structure and rules. When they break these rules, they may feel a sense of guilt or remorse. And just like us, they try to convey their remorse through their behavior. That's where the apologetic purr comes in. Just as a child may use a softer tone of voice when apologizing, cats also adjust their purring when they feel remorse. This apologetic purr is not as intense or loud as other purrs. It's a bit more muffled, almost as if the cat is trying not to draw too much attention to itself. And it's not just about the tone. The duration of the purr is also important. An apologetic purr tends to be shorter, almost like a quick "I'm sorry" before moving on. Remember, cats are individuals, and each one may have a slightly different version of the apologetic purr. Some may add a soft meow to their purr, while others may use body language like looking down or away. The key to understanding your cat's apologetic purr is to pay attention to their behavior before and after the purr. Did they do something they know is not allowed? Are they acting a bit more subdued or cautious? If so, that purr you're hearing might just be their way of saying, "I'm sorry." So next time you hear that unique purr, remember, it might be your cat's way of saying sorry. Did you know cats use grooming as a form of apology? That's right, our feline friends have a unique language all their own, and one of the ways they communicate with us is through grooming. Now, you might be thinking, but my cat grooms herself all the time, is she always saying sorry? Not exactly. Cats are indeed meticulous creatures, and grooming is a significant part of their daily routine. However, when your cat starts to lick or groom you, it could be a sign of affection or, interestingly, an apology. Let's delve a little deeper into this intriguing behavior. Typically, a cat licks its owner as a way to show affection. It's their way of saying, "I love you and I trust you." This is what we'd call normal grooming. But then, there's another level to this behavior that we refer to as apologetic grooming. So how do you tell the difference? Well, it's all about context. If your cat has done something she knows she shouldn't have, say, knocked over your favorite vase or accidentally scratched you while playing, and then comes over to lick you, it's likely her way of saying, "Oops, my bad." Apologetic grooming usually comes with other signs of contrition. Your cat might approach you slowly, with her ears back and her body low to the ground. She might even give you those irresistible, wide-eyed puppy cat looks. But why do cats do this? Well, in the wild, cats use grooming as a social bonding activity. It's a way to strengthen relationships and smooth over any conflicts. So, when your cat grooms you after a mishap, she's trying to mend the bond she might have strained with her behavior. Isn't that fascinating? Our furry friends have their unique ways of expressing remorse and making amends. So the next time your cat starts to lick you after being a little naughty, remember it's not just a random act. It's a heartfelt apology in the language of cat. Look out for this behavior. It could be your cat's sweet way of making amends. Ever experienced your cat nudging you softly after doing something naughty? If you have, then you're not alone. This behavior, endearingly referred to as the nudge of remorse, is more common among our feline friends than you might think. Cats, like humans, have their own unique ways of expressing their feelings, and one such way is through physical contact. Now, if you're a cat parent, you're probably familiar with your feline friends' love for headbutting or nudging. But have you ever wondered why they do it? Well, nudging is a cat's way of showing affection, marking their territory, or even seeking attention. But there's another side to this behavior that often goes unnoticed. Cats also use nudging as a way of expressing remorse or apology. So, how do you differentiate between a normal nudge and an apologetic one? The key lies in understanding the context. If your cat has just knocked over your favorite vase or scratched your new couch, and then comes over to nudge you, chances are they're trying to say, "I'm sorry." It's their way of acknowledging their mischief and making amends. The nudge of remorse is usually softer, more prolonged, and often accompanied by purring or a tilted head. It's as if your cat is trying to butter you up and make up for their naughty behavior. Of course, it's also important to remember that every cat is different, and what might be an apologetic nudge for one cat might just be a sign of affection for another. So, it's essential to understand your cat's unique behaviors and body language. Finally, it's worth noting that while cats might not understand the concept of apology in the same way we do, they do have their ways of showing remorse. So, the next time your cat nudges you after getting into trouble, take a moment to appreciate their attempt at saying sorry. After all, these little gestures are what make our bond with our furry friends so special. Remember, that gentle nudge might just be your cat saying, "I'm sorry." Did you know you can tell a lot from your cat's eyes, including when they are feeling remorseful? Cats are not just cunning hunters, but also masters of nonverbal communication. Their eyes, in particular, can be a window into their emotions. One of the most endearing things a cat can do is to blink slowly at you. This is often referred to as a cat kiss and is a sign of trust and affection. However, when they've been up to some mischief and are feeling a tad guilty, this slow blink takes on a different meaning. It becomes a cat's version of a remorseful, puppy-eyed look. By blinking slowly, your cat is trying to communicate that they're sorry and they want to make amends. Now let's talk about dilated pupils. Typically, a cat's pupils will dilate when they're excited or stimulated. But if you notice your cat's pupils dilating in a calm environment, especially after they've done something they shouldn't have, it could be a sign of remorse. Dilated pupils can indicate that your cat is feeling a bit anxious or uneasy, perhaps because they know they've stepped out of line. Lastly, let's touch on the act of looking away. If your cat has done something wrong and they're avoiding eye contact, it's like they're saying, "I can't even look at you right now, I'm so sorry." Cats are proud creatures, and admitting guilt doesn't come easily to them. So, by looking away, they're showing their regret in a subtle, cat-like way. Your cat's eyes are a powerful tool for communication. They can express everything from joy and excitement to guilt and remorse. It's all about knowing how to interpret these signals. So, the next time your cat gives you that slow blink or their pupils dilate unexpectedly, remember that they might be trying to say, "I'm sorry." So, keep an eye on your cat's eyes. They might just be apologizing. Ever noticed your cat rubbing against you after they've misbehaved? Cats are mysterious creatures with a language all their own, and one of their most common forms of communication? The body rub. It's an action that's packed with meaning, and sometimes it's their way of saying, "I'm sorry." Now you might be thinking, "But my cat rubs against me all the time. How can I tell the difference?" Well, it's all about context and body language. A normal rub, for instance, is often part of your cat's greeting ritual. They're marking you with their scent, claiming you as part of their territory, and showing affection. It's a positive interaction, a way for your cat to say, "You're part of my family, and I love you." But what about the apologetic rub? This is where things get interesting. When cats feel remorse or want to make amends, they might approach you with a slightly different body language. Their ears may be slightly flattened, their tail might be low, and they'll rub against you more gently, almost hesitantly. It's as if they're saying, "I know I messed up. I'm sorry." It's their way of trying to restore harmony and show their submission. Remember, though, that every cat is different. Some cats might show their remorse in other ways or not at all. It's about understanding your cat's unique behaviors and learning to read their signals. And of course, it's important to note that misbehavior in cats is often a sign of stress, discomfort, or health issues. So if your cat is behaving out of character, it's always a good idea to consult with a vet. So the next time your cat rubs against you, it might not just be a simple greeting or a sign of affection. It could be their way of saying, "I messed up." It's a subtle apology, a peace offering from one of nature's most mysterious creatures. And that's just one of the many reasons why cats are so fascinating. So next time your cat rubs against you, it might be their way of saying, "I messed up." So we've discussed quite a few ways your cat might be trying to apologize to you. Let's take a moment to tie it all together, to fully grasp the intricate language of our feline companions. Firstly, we delved into the world of the apologetic purr. This isn't your everyday purr. It's deeper, slower, and more pronounced. It's your cat's way of saying, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you." It's a delicate purr, filled with remorse and a plea for forgiveness. So, the next time you hear this distinctive sound, remember, your cat is expressing regret. Next, we explored the lick of apology. Similar to dogs, cats also use licking as a form of communication. When your cat licks you, especially after a less than pleasant encounter, it's their way of extending an olive branch. It's their unique manner of expressing remorse and saying, "Let's move past this." Then we ventured into the realm of the nudge of remorse. This subtle yet powerful gesture is your cat's attempt to make amends. A gentle nudge with their head or body is a clear indicator that your feline friend regrets their actions and wants to reconcile. It's their way of saying, "I'm sorry, can we be friends again?" We also discussed the importance of eye communication. In the cat world, the eyes are the windows to the soul. When your cat maintains soft eye contact and blinks slowly, it's their way of expressing peace and love. It's their silent yet profound way of saying, "I'm sorry, I still love you." Lastly, we talked about the apologetic rub. This behavior, where your cat rubs its body or head against you, is a clear sign of affection and remorse. It's a physical apology, a tactile way of saying, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you." In essence, cats have a complex and nuanced language of their own. They express their emotions and intentions through a variety of behaviors that, to the untrained eye, might seem random or meaningless. But once you learn to interpret these signs, you'll unlock a whole new level of understanding and connection with your feline companion. Remember, understanding your cat's behavior is key to forging a deeper bond with them. Keep these signs in mind, and you'll become a pro at understanding your feline friend.